Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, we are going to see one of the greatest power forwards of all time played in today's NBA on every single NBA team. So pretty much, guys, every single franchise is going to get their greatest power forward added to their squad out there, because I have a lot to say about the power forward position. I'm going to tell you guys my favorite power forward of all time, some of the top guys in the NBA right now, and just things like that. If you guys can please do me a quick favor and drop a like on this video. The next one we will be doing is the small forward position, as we have done every single other position up to that one. But yeah, so we are going to go through the rosters right here, show you guys which power forwards I went with. Now, these are the guys that were the top rate on NBA 2K18. Keep in mind, guys like Charles Barkley are not in this game. So for that reason, I cannot use them in these rosters, unfortunately. I don't know why it's like that, man. Like, Charles Barkley, you got so much money, bro. Like, why can't you just, like, get some contract going with 2K? Or maybe you gamble it all away. I'm not really sure. In that case, you feel like you want to get the money from 2K or something. I don't know, man. Here we go. Look at the roster right here, guys. For the 76ers, we have Billy Cunningham. Now, when he played, guys, he was, like, he was, like, 70s. So, I don't know much about Billy Cunningham at all, but this is what the stats are looking like. We have Vin Baker, who was more of, like, a post kind of power forward out there. Not much of a jump shooter or nothing like that. We have Dennis Rodman, the worm on the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, this dude be beasting out there, man. He's going to be grabbing some rebounds. So I actually shifted Lauri Markkanen over to the center position. Cleveland Cavaliers, we have Tyrone Hill. Believe it or not, guys, like, outside of Kevin Love, not a ton of, like, great power forwards in the history of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we'll see what he does alongside LeBron James. Boston Celtics, the man Kevin McHale. I mean, this dude's, like, the perfect fit for this team. You got Kevin McHale with Al Horford out there, Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, all those guys. So yeah, I'm thinking the Boston Celtics, if 2K doesn't hate on them too much, it's probably going to win the championship. Clippers, we have Blake Griffin, a prime Blake Griffin. Outside of him, there wasn't really a ton of power forwards on the Clippers either. Memphis Grizzlies, we got Zach Randolph once again on the Memphis Grizzlies. You know, he just left the team a few seasons ago. Or was he? I think he was on the team last season, wasn't he? I know he went to the Kings on like a 2-year deal or something like that. Atlanta Hawks, we got Bob Pettit out there, he got freaking 8+ across the board. So 95 overall player. Who knows how he's going to change the culture of the Atlanta Hawks. Miami Heat, we got a Chris Bosh out there, who of course was part of the big three with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade a few seasons ago. Charlotte Hornets, Larry Johnson. So low-key, man, the Hornets are actually looking pretty damn decent out there with Kemba, Dwight Howard, Larry Johnson. Utah Jazz. Guys, no more perfect fit than Karl Malone on this Utah Jazz team. I mean, this dude is going to bring so much scoring alongside Gobert. Like, this is a team that might actually also win the championship in the simulation. We have Chris Webber on the Sacramento Kings. New York Knicks with David Dubashir. I think that's how you pronounce it. So we got him and Porzingis. And actually, no, actually what I'm going to do, because I'm trying to run like the best, lineups possible. So David Boucher is only 6'6", so he's actually going to run the small forward position for this team. What else we got? Oh, my bad. Let's go back to the Knicks. All right, for the Lakers, James Worthy, guys, believe it or not, man, he was actually listed as a small forward, but there was no power forwards listed for the Lakers. Do the Lakers not have any great time power forwards? Because, I mean, I had to put him at the power forward position since he was a small forward, so I know he's played at times. So yeah, we're going to go with him on the Lakers. Magic, we got Rashard Lewis. I think about back to that team with Rashard, Dwight Howard, Hedo Turkoglu, Jameer Nelson. That team was beasting out there. So we got Aaron Gordon moved over to the small forward position. Dallas Mavericks, we got prime Dirk Nowitzki. So we all know that old ass Dirk currently plays for the Mavericks. Let's see what a prime Dirk Nowitzki can do with this squad out there. Brooklyn Nets, we got Buck Williams. He's played, yeah, it looks like he was an 80s player also. We got Dan Eisel on the Denver Nuggets. And guys, let me know in the comment section below, like, because we all have favorite NBA teams. If you know about some of these NBA players, tell me about them in the comment section below, just because, like, Dan Eisel, I mean, this is back in the 70s. I was definitely just a little bitch-ass flake back then. I wasn't even born, man. No, I wasn't born until 1992. Indiana Pacers, we got Jermaine O'Neal. So O'Neal was actually like an all-star power forward on this team. It seems like after the whole like Malice at the Palace, that Pacers team with Ron Artest, Jermaine O'Neal, Steven Jackson kind of fell apart. Pelicans, we got David West. I remember the pick and roll combination with him and Chris Paul. We got the Pistons also did not have a power forward listed. So Rasheed Wallace is not in this game. I mean, he's like my favorite power forward on the Pistons of all time. So since for the center video, I had to go with Bob Lanier. I decided to put Ben Wallace at the power forward position. The spacing on this team is absolutely trash, but we'll see those guys grab some rebounds, play some defense, and see what they can do. Toronto Raptors, we have a prime Chris Bosh. I remember the dreadlocks, man, back when he was on the freaking Toronto Raptors. That team was absolutely awesome. So this big three is looking pretty damn nice. Houston Rockets, we got Alvin Hayes. He played back in the 70s, but definitely some really good numbers. He played a lot for the Washington Wizards also, but he started off with the Houston Rockets, also ended his career with the Houston Rockets. Yo, where we at, man? Where we at? Oh, man, now I'm just ruining it, man. I'm ruining the surprise, man. Okay, we back. All right, where we at, man? Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my bad. Okay, so for the Spurs, we have Timmy T. Duncan out there. I don't know why I said Timmy T. Timmy D. Duncan, the fundamental. Phoenix Suns, Amari Stoudemire, him and Steve Nash. Now you all got Amari and Devin Booker, so we'll see what that squad can do. Thunder, we got the Rain Man, Sean Kemp. Timberwolves, no better fit than Kevin Garnett, 97, the big ticket on this young Minnesota Timberwolves team. Trailblazers, we got I guess you would say a prime LaMarcus Aldridge, although he's pretty much just as good on the San Antonio Spurs this season. Golden State Warriors, another team that did not have any power forwards, so I decided to go with Rick Barry. Put him at the power forward position. I mean, he's 6'7", so yeah, he's going to bring some nice shooting at least to the team. And then for the Washington Wizards, we go back to Elvin Hayes, who was really in his prime on that team right there. So there we go, guys. Let me start the simulation, get things going out there. As far as teams I want to follow, I really want to look at the Timberwolves, just because, like, Kevin Garnett on that team, it's going to be, oh my God, dude. I think the Timberwolves might go 8-2-0. Probably not, because that doesn't happen in this game really all that often, but when it does, it's very special. All right, simulate through date. Okay, so, guys, the first thing I really want to talk about here is just exactly how the power forward position has changed, you know, in the past decade or two. So, you know, back in the day when it came to the power forwards, you could really get away with, let me put it this way, man, the ideal power forward to represent the last era of basketball is Tim Duncan, a guy that didn't really shoot three-pointers. He had the post-up game. He had, you know, he had the mid-range shot. He always had his little bank shot out there, and then you'd put a center on his team that would just, you know, get rebounds and, you know, block some shots. You really can't get away with the post power forward anymore in the NBA. I'm sure, yes, a few guys go to that, but it just doesn't really work. You need a power forward that can shoot three-pointers. And really, like, the last, like, power forward center duo that really reminds me of that old school style of play would have to be Zach Randolph and Marcus Gasol. Of course, Zach Randolph's no longer on that team just because, like, that style of play doesn't work anymore. I remember, you know, like, Andre Drummond, when he was drafted by the Pistons, they tried to play him alongside Greg Monroe. Both very talented big guys, but just that style just does not work anymore. I mean, you know, players like Ryan Anderson, they shoot three ball, are so valuable to the, you know, the Houston Rockets out there, and just, it seems like any kind of power forward or center out there, they just really learned how to shoot the three-pointer now. I mean, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, that works because those guys can both stretch the floor. You got Marcus Gasol who add the three ball to his game. I mean, you know, Pau Gasol, who is one of those traditional finesse power forwards out there, he added to his game for the San Antonio Spurs. So just to name a few examples right there. Yes, I would say Tim Duncan probably is the best example, like the old school type of power forward. But you also look at guys like Lamar Odom, who used to play for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's like, he was so before his time, because I said this before, man, my player comparison for Ben Simmons was a Lamar Odom. Just, you know, one of those power forwards that can handle the basketball, make the pass out there, do a little bit of everything. And that's why Lamar Odom was so special on that Lakers team. It's just like, because it was never really, that type of power forward was not really introduced to the NBA quite yet. And now it seems like they're all over the place. As far as my favorite power forward of all time, that has to be Dirk Nowitzki, guys. I absolutely love that man right there. I love his little post shot. I remember, how many 2Ks was it ago, man? Was it like 2K10 or something like that? It might not have been that long ago. It might have been like 2K11, 2K12. Anyway, Dirk Nowitzki was in that game, okay? And pretty much, he had like this unstoppable post fade. I mean, I think it's still in this game, but it's not as unstoppable as it was on that game. He had like this little step back thing he could do, and it would go in every single damn time. And I would abuse that exploit like crazy when it came to playing online, guys. I just love Dirk so much. Just such an amazing dude and just such an amazing basketball player. As far as like top power forwards in the game right now, I mean, it has to be Anthony Davis, right? You gotta say Anthony Davis. Kristaps Porzingis, I know he had his injury and everything, and even before his injury, he was kind of in a bit of a shooting slump and everything, but I think Kristaps is like such a great basketball player. He's gonna be amazing for many years to come, assuming he comes back healthy. As far as like up and coming power forwards in the NBA, gotta look at Lauri Markkanen, 7'4", he can shoot the three ball, quickest to 100 threes ever. So really excited to see what the Chicago Bulls do with him. I really want them to get Marvin Bagley too on their team, or I guess, you know, Michael Porter would also be interesting. Just I want to see how those guys play together. Here is all the awards out there. So we got Jabari Parker getting 6 man. We got Ben Wallace getting Defensive Player of the Year on my Detroit Pistons. I knew he was still going to get them rebounds out there. I'm actually kind of surprised by the 12 points per game. But yeah, 3 blocks, 2 steals, shot 25% from 3. So you know when Big Ben Fro Wallace out there's adding 3 ball to his game, that times is a changing. No, he probably shot 4 on the season and 1 happened to go in. So here's all the All-NBA teams. We got Andre Drummond making it. We got prime Dirk Nowitzki. So only one actual power forward made it. All-NBA second, Karl Malone. We got that prime Blake Griffin on the Clippers. All-NBA third. Just current NBA players there. So yeah, we got Kevin Garnett, all defensive team. Check out some of these players' stats here. We're just going to go through it pretty quickly right here so you guys can see, you know, your favorite team and kind of how they performed out there. Kevin Garnett, 12 points, 11 rebounds. That's very surprising. I mean, I know there's a lot of scores on that team, but still. So yeah, just very quickly here, we got, damn, Rick Barry, 20 points per game. Elvin Hayes, 15 and 10. All right, oh, damn, Billy Cunningham at power forward. Oh my God, dude. Dude was basting out there and feasting. Vin Baker, we got, who was, Dennis Rodman. How many rebounds did he get? 14 a game and 11 points. All right, Kevin McHale, how do you do on them Celtics? Yeah, that's some good numbers right there. That's some good numbers. All right, keep it going. Bob Pettit, 22 points per game for him. Chris Bosh beasting on the Heat. Karl Malone, scoring machine, 27 points, 11 rebounds. How do you not get like MVP or something like that with those numbers? C-Web, we got Dubashare. Okay. A lot of these guys, man, do you even like recognize, or are you just kind of like, yo, that's before my bitch ass time? There's a few cases for me. Yeah, that floor space was not great, but my Pistons still managed to put up some numbers out there, so good for them. Yo, team that we started at, yo, how did Murray do? 15 points. We got Sean Kemp, 18 points. Okay. Yeah, Sean Kemp, that's the Rain Man, right? For some reason, I'm feeling like, yo, that's not the right name, and people are gonna laugh at me. Okay, that's all the teams right there. Let's go ahead and I suppose and go to these playoffs. Who do we actually have here in the conferences? Well, looking like this. My Pistons did not make it, unfortunately speaking, but yeah, a lot of teams not too surprised by. I mean, Utah Jazz at the 7th seed. I mean, I would expect them to be a little bit higher just because Donovan Mitchell, Karl Malone, Ricky Rubio, Rudy Gobert. Yeah. Am I like a closet Jazz fan? I feel like I am now for some reason. I don't know. Simulate current rounds. All right, we got Bulls gone. I mean, Bulls made the playoffs. That's actually pretty surprising. With the, because like the worm doesn't really add all that much, right? We got the Bucks, Celtics, Raptors. All right, gone. So we got 76ers, Knicks, Cavaliers. Yo, man, Hawks in these simulations, they always end up doing like crazy things. It's kind of funny to see. Simulate current rounds. And, well, I mean, they just lost there, so maybe not too crazy. So yeah, 76ers, Cavaliers, Houston Rockets, Golden State Warriors. End of the day, man, when you add these great power forwards, you're still adding them to these great basketball teams that are already really good. So I would say the 76ers is definitely really surprising me. We got Golden State, Philadelphia in the NBA Finals. Simulate current round right here. And Philadelphia 76ers adding that Billy Cunningham to the team. He averaged 27 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks per game. So good for him. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's the best power forward ever, right? No, not really. He's definitely not that, but great basketball player. Let's go to the playoff stats so you guys can see all this real quick, see who really led the team in scoring and all that out there. Just gonna go through it real quick here. Probably go, yo, Timmy Duncan, what, 19 points, 11 rebounds in the playoffs? Come on, man, he'd be average about 30 points. All right, there you guys go. Anyway, my friends, hope you all enjoyed this video. The next one up will be the small forwards. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.